Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com, your daily market recap, November 14th. Like, subscribe, and let's see what SPY and friends brought us today. Post CPI numbers, and as we can see, market really liked CPI numbers, and market liked even better that the chance of more rate hikes during 2023 and going into 2024 are nearly zero. This is why we got this major gap to the upside. 2% overall today on the SPY, and since low of October, we got ourselves a nice 9.6% gains. But if we look at the 65 minutes candles, why the 65 minutes candles? Because 6 candles of 65 minutes gives us a full and complete daily candle. And as you can see, we got the first candle pop up, and then the rest of the 5 candles just moving sideways. Very tight price range between the 448 and the 449 area. 5 consecutive dojis, which means bulls got 5 hours of rest. Let's see if tomorrow they can continue this bullish madness. Then we will see 454 and then 460 before the end of 2023. And of course, it's only my opinion. QQQ 2.15% to the upside, broke above this broadening formation, and as you can see, trend lines gives us the perfect, almost perfect roadmap for future price action. This red line, support, support, resistance, now support. Let's see where Qs are heading. We are almost, not so far from July's peak. Above July's peaks, we will head for a new all-time highs before the end of 2023. And of course, once again, it's only my opinion. And as you can see, breaking below this red trend line, we will fill this gap. We have another gap over here, another gap over here. But for now, it looks like, unless something will change this sentiment, Qs 12.5% to the upside since October lows. Gained back most of this downtrend, this 3 months downtrend, in just 1.5 months. Long continuation above the 387, then we will see 400, and then 417 to the upside. Dow Jones also broke up above this broadening formation. Green trend line broke last Friday. Now, price of the Dow broke above this red line. This red line needs to get retested as support before the next leg up, and the next leg up will be, and as you can see, this is not magic. It's only technical analysis using Fibonacci and trend lines. Look where the Dow finished the day on a Fibonacci level, 348 area. Long continuation above it, and then we will see 350 and 356 to the upside. IWM with a crazy day to the upside. No other word rather than crazy. Bulls came in 5.5% on the IWM, and the IWM last time it gave us this kind of bullish candle. I cannot find it. I cannot. More than 1 year. For sure, more than 1 year. When? Check it out and let me know in the comments below. When is the last time Russell 2000 gave us 5.5%, closed the high of the day? Which means bulls are in full control now, and the IWM breaking above this major red trend line that began peak of July. Now we have a gap here, a gap over here, and this gap at a 180. In my opinion, the gap at a 180 is more likely to get filled before these two gaps to the downside. Now, above 180, we will see 183, 190, and 198. Can we get 198 or 200 before the end of 2023? Another 11% to the upside. After 1 day of 5.5%, another 11% to the upside. Looks like bulls can do it. Bitcoin breaking below this trend, this uptrend channel. Now the 34,600 needs to hold. It was this area, the 34,600, resistance, support. Now needs to hold as support. Otherwise, we will see 32,700 and back below the 30K. Ethereum, slowly, giving back this major bull candle. Slowly giving all back. 1880 is the next support. Below it, 18, and then back to the 1736. CN1 crude oil futures. Now at the 50% retracement, 78.50. Very tough resistance in the past 3 days. Breaking up and above, and we will see, and once again, it's only my opinion, we will see 80.60 and then 82 area. We can take Fibonacci to this area. So above 80, we will see 80, 82, and then 81.70 and 83. We have a double bottom scenario. We can clearly see it on the 4 hours chart. Double bottom up. Now we can also take Fibonacci on the 4 hours chart. Swing low, swing high, back to the 78 area, holding a support, long continuation above the 78, 75, towards the 80, above it, 83. Natural gas futures NG1, basically, still in an uptrend, but if you are not long on NG1 yet, this is not the time, because we need first to retest once again this 285 together with this red line. This area, we need to retest it as support before the next leg up. So, patience on the NG1. SOXX 3.7% to the upside today. Major gap. Broke above last week. Friday broke above this green downtrend channel, and since then nothing stops the SOXX semiconductors ETF. Now the 494 from resistance to support. Next resistance is the 412 area. By the way, this gap at the 502 area, which we talked about in the past few days or so, got filled today, but we have now the 491 gap to the downside, long continuation above 512, and then we will see 537 to the upside. KRE, incredible bulls sentiment, 7.4% on the KRE, closing above the 44 area. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high. 44.60. All this area is the 618 Fibonacci. Downtrend, bounce, 618 Fibonacci. It all comes down to Fibonacci trend lines. And of course, candlestick analysis. These three, if you measure 3 components, pure price action, which is the basic of the basics. You need to master price action, aka candlestick analysis, and multi-time frames. Otherwise, you will never really understand how to trade. Then, the in-depth relationship with Fibonacci, trend lines, long continuation above the 44.60. We will see 46.60 and then 50 to the upside. AAPL 1.4% to the upside. Doji, but still holding above the 185. This 185, in my opinion, needs to get retested as support before the next leg up towards the 190. If bulls can continue this bull run since October lows until now, 13% to the upside on AAPL, and 13, as we all know, is a Fibonacci number. Some kind of a cool off on AAPL holding above the 184.70 and then 190 and 197. Maybe we will see new all-time highs on AAPL. If this bull run will continue another 5%, it can be. And 5 is, you guessed it, is a Fibonacci number. Tesla, 6% to the upside. Now at the 618 Fibonacci retracement, downtrend, bounce, 618. Next is filling this gap at the 242, and then some kind of a pullback, cool off, and then back, retesting this red line to the upside. This red line shows us that with all the sentiment that's going on now in the market, Tesla, since July's peak, is still in a downtrend. We have lower highs, lower lows, broke above this trend, but we are still in a higher time frame. We are still in a downtrend, but for now, if you're long on Tesla, manage your risk. Your risk now should be, in my opinion, below the 219 area, but don't trust me, trust Fibonacci, ATR, and check the Fibonacci Academy playlist. Free playlist, 26 videos, each video no more than 15 minutes, and how to become a better trader, technical side and on the psychology behind trading. Never neglect your psychology, your mental side. You can have the best strategy in the world on the technical side, but if you are lacking the mental resilience, if you lack your emotional control, emotional management, you will not succeed. And it doesn't matter which strategy you're using. Shopify broke above this trend line with a gap up, 5% to the upside. 5 is a Fibonacci number. Everything comes down to Fibonacci. Above 66.60, we will head towards the 71.56. Microsoft 1% to the upside, another, we can say, another all-time highs. Next will be the 382 and then 400. Can we get 400? 8% to the upside. Another 8% on Microsoft in 6 weeks of trading, which means around 1%, a little bit more than 1% average every week of trading going into 2023, going into 2024. Can Microsoft do it? And 8% is, you guessed it, Fibonacci number. Amazon breaking above the 143.60 area from resistance. Now this area needs to hold a support. This gap needs to get filled. Maybe during this week, this gap will get filled. This area, the 143 area, needs to hold. And then next leg up towards the 151 area. And then towards this white trend line to the upside. Nvidia 2.13 to the upside today. Continuation above the 485, above and out and above this red zone. But with a doji, 2 consecutive dojis on Nvidia, once closing above this red zone, I would wait because some kind of a cool off on NVIDIA needs to happen. Since the October lows, we got ourselves 27% on NVIDIA. It's all about, as you can see, doji over, we have the same price action over here, 2 consecutive dojis to the downside, bounce, doji to the downside, 2 consecutive dojis, bounce. What do we got here? 2 consecutive dojis. And as we know, doji is the most significant signal in candlestick analysis for what might come as a trend reversal, and in this case some kind of a cool off, retesting the 480 485 area for several days, maybe back to the 467, and then breaking once again towards the 542. Meta, same thing as NVIDIA, very similar price action, as you can see. Doji, 2 consecutive dojis above the red zone. Let's see if bulls of Meta can stay above it. Next is the 343 and then 364. AMD 2.7%. At some point it was at the 122 area, got rejected. Why? Look left, put a line and look left. Resistance over here, support and resistance over here. This is why today went all the way to the 122, got rejected, and back below the 120 area. Google 1.16% to the upside, all the way to the 136 area. Downtrend, bounce. 135 is a Fibonacci retracement area. Now the 132.70 from resistance, as you can see, it was resistance over here in the past few days or so. Broke above doji, and most importantly, it closed below the opening price. So we can assume with high probability that the 132.70 area, this gap, will get filled maybe even tomorrow. Don't be surprised. And then next leg up, Netflix, another day, another doji, went towards this red line. Now let's see some cool off on Netflix, because Netflix, since earnings gap up, gave us 14.2%. So some kind of a cool off back to the 436 area will be very healthy, even to the 426, towards this area over here, retesting this lower red line as support before the next leg up. PayPal, very interesting price action, finally broke up above and managed to close above this downtrend channel. Now let's see continuation up and above towards the 60 gap. HSY, Hershey company, the chocolate, very nice double bottom, multi-bottom scenario. Now let's see continuation above the 198 towards the 202. Above 202 we will see, in my opinion, 214. And Oracle, ORCL is the ticker, broke above the 113 2 days ago. We have talked about this 113 in the pre-market preparations of Monday. From support, resistance, then broke up and above. Now the 116 continuous, we had downtrend bounce 618, which is the 116. Above it we will see the 124 gap getting filled. Check the links in the description below for more educational resources, free and paid. choose your own path until you will become a professional trader. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe, and until the next live, 8 a.m. Eastern Time, stay safe.